Good afternoon and welcome to Cajun Yankee Outdoors. I'm Zach Kripe. That is Jasmine and Maxine playing on the refrigerator. And today we're making a Filipino dish called Sinigang or sour soup. But we're going to put a little twist on it. We're going to make it a surf and turf. I got some shrimp and I also have some pork which I'm going to smoke on the grill today. So it's going to be a smoked surf and turf Sinigang. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be delicious. It's one of my favorite Filipino dishes that I've had yet. So to all my Filipino friends out there, I say kamusta ka, and thank you for watching. Okay, as you can see, we're starting to get some good heat. I don't want to get my camera too far over there, but we got some heat going pretty well, and I'm gonna put them on my smoker side. God, yeah, shoo! The handle of that thing was super hot, but I think it was from the sun. It is so hot out here right now. All I'm doing is standing over a fire. Sometimes I am so smart. But I like to get a good pile up close. You see down here, this opening goes into the grill right there. That's where all your heat and smoke goes up in. So I like to try to keep my heat closer to that. Boom. And then get you, I got hickory. Hickory is delicious. And I think we'll start with this big piece right here. You just lay it right on in. Boom, like so. And then, for this, I'm just gonna have to clean this off a little bit. All right. Let that go for a minute. Just make sure we're getting somewhere. Yeah, we got smoke. All right. Boom! Look, we got about 200 degrees. That's perfect. I'm just taking them right up on the grill. Perfect. All right, we'll come get them out here in a while. All right, so this is my setup. I've got an offset smoker going to a charcoal grill, and then my propane side, which I don't use all that often. And I've also got this propane sear over here, which I do like. That's pretty cool. I like to use that, but for the most part, I just use this side of the grill right here. I smoke and grill just about everything I can. So we still got heat, but we out of smoke. So we gotta make some more smoke. The whole reason we doing this is for the smoke. Look at that. Smoke's rising. A lot of times I'll wait till the wood really lights on fire, and then I'll close it back up and it'll die itself out a little bit. It'll just be smoking. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, I just came in from outside. I checked on our meat and it's smoking up pretty well. Since it's just about done, what we'll do now is we'll start getting everything else started that we got to do before we put the meat in anyway. So you get yourself a good pot. In your pot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt down butter this time. A lot of times I'm just using oil to do up my onions and bell peppers and stuff in. Which, by the way, since this is the Cajun Yankee show, we do everything using the holy trinity of onions, bell pepper, celery. I'll throw a dollop of butter in there and let her start melting down. I prefer using fresh onions, bell peppers, and whatnot, but this Pick Sweet Farm seasoning blend has everything you need in it, and it is pretty good. It's got, where'd it go? It tells you somewhere, but it's just onions, bell pepper, celery, and a little bit of parsley, I believe, in this one, and cooks down just right for it. Might need a little more butter. Honestly, you really can't have too much butter. Then you just pour your onions, bell pepper, and celery in there. As you're cooking down your onions and bell peppers and celery, you're just gonna, what you're looking for, especially since these are frozen, I let all the water come out of them, and once the water's just about fully evaporated out of there, that's when I usually throw in my meats and cook it in there with it also. Alright, that's starting to come together nicely. I'm going to head up to the grill, grab our pork coming in, we're going to cube it up and throw her in there. Well, this is about perfect. We're already out of smoke. Oh yeah, look at it. Look at it. Let me get out the light. Come in here one more. Alright, had to shoot some fun stuff there. But we're gonna just take and put these all on this thing. Oof. Take them up in the house. Man, that's almost picture worthy. Tell you what, that's probably good enough to eat just like that. Got our meats off the smoker. They smell fantastic. I almost want to eat them just the way they are. But we're going to cube these up into nice manageable sections and chunks. Oh boy. We got to do it quick because I'm about to burn my vegetables. So, being as this is a little hot, I'll just cut them down best I can. And it won't really matter because this is going to be more like a stew or a soup in the end. So a lot of this meat will be real tender and fall apart anyway. So there's no magic shape to cut these into. I definitely am using the wrong knife. That's alright. Alright, there we got our pork in the pot. I'm cooking it down a little bit. Not that we need to cook it down much, but I like to sear it on here. I'm gonna have tempted to put a little sausage in here. This is a local Louisiana smoked sausage down here. I believe it's even andouille smoked sausage. What we'll do is we'll just cut it down into nice. This will help get a little more fat and flavor into our. And this was just a spur of the moment thing. I was not planning on putting sausage in here, but after smelling this meat, I think this is just going to be a good combo, a good pairing. And don't get me wrong, I love meat in all my stews, all my pots. This might actually turn out to be more of a Sinigang Gumbo than anything. Now when I cut up that pork, I cut out all the bones. But you don't want to throw the bones away. You want to save that. Because what we're going to do is we'll use the big ones, the big pieces, and we'll put it in there as we put out all the water and make our actual broth out of it. It'll all cook down together. And then in the end, we'll just take the bones out and eat everything. Alright, I got a pound of shrimp here. These are peeled tails, which you can't beat. So much less work. But these are Gulf caught, local, as they say, organic before organic was cool. And let me tell you what, buying them peeled is the only way. Now if you're wondering what I use for seasoning, I don't remember if I showed you or not, but I put a little Tony's on the pork before I put it on the smoker. And then I've just got the garlic, onion, and bell pepper in here. And that's really about all you're going to use right up until the end when we put our mamacitas, our sinigang seasoning packet in there, which you can do your own, but I can't find tamarind anywhere. And I was at the Asian store yesterday. I should have looked. I forgot to look. But I want to get a tamarind root, or whatever it is, and make my own. I think that'd be a blast. We're just going to cook this until the shrimp are nearly, maybe halfway done. Which it looks like they are about. Alright, first thing you do, right before the water, you put some diced tomatoes in. And you don't get a better diced tomato than a Rotel tomato. So put your diced tomatoes in there, and then your water. And I'm going to do probably 4 cups of water. Basically you just want everything in your stew to be underwater. 2. There's 4 cups, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of tomato sauce because it's supposed to have a little tomato flavor to this. So there I got Rotel and tomato sauce. So some diced onions, or tomatoes rather, and then some tomato sauce. Now's when I'm going to throw in a little bit of ginger, just a touch of ground ginger. Touch of ground ginger, and then I'll put my Sinigang seasoning in here. And you're going to add more later, so just do some now. Let it cook for a while. Ooh. And I forgot, got to put your bones back in. Because these are going to cook down. Those. There we go. Get everything stirred in together. And I'm not going to add a lot of potatoes, just a couple. But I like the way the potatoes come out in this. And these are pee-wee potatoes. Look how nice and small those are. Those things are going to be perfect. Normally I got to cube up a potato. I'm going to wash these real quick. Alright, I got about 2 handfuls of potatoes. I'll just drop those in there. That'll be pretty good. I lost it. About the last thing we got to do now is cut up some cabbage in nice little strips, and then we're going to throw it in there and let that simmer down for a little while. And it'll be just about done. Cabbage. One of my favorite things ever. There's a lot of things you can do with the cabbage that I've never even tried. A friend of mine smokes his cabbage. I'm going to try that one day because that sounds awesome. But what you do with your cabbage, you just cut off a little chunk like that. You just cut her down into little strips. You have all this broken up. And just drop it right on in. We could probably do a little bit more. Now I taste tested this a little bit ago and it is incredible. You got the soury flavor of the sinigang and the smoky bite from that hickory. It is, I'm super excited to eat this. It is the 4th of July weekend and I didn't get to fish much but a couple hours on, I think, Friday. I took Jasmine out and we rode about 20 miles just looking for some clean water, and the water wasn't very good, real green, a lot of growth on there. We hit up some new areas and didn't catch any fish, but it was a fun time. I would have really liked to spend more time on the water, but yesterday we needed to do some family stuff. We went to the zoo and hung out for a while. And it's always good. I love hanging out with my girls. And I get to do things like this, get to cook every day, and it makes life real enjoyable for me. In a couple weeks we're heading out to California. We're going to do a 10-day trip up the coast. We're going to go from San Diego all the way to San Francisco. So I'm going to definitely put together a little video all about that whole trip. It'll be a lot of fun. After you're ready to eat, just get a little dollop of rice in your bowl. And get down in there and get some good meat. A little bit of everything. And there you have it. Nice little bowl of what I'm gonna call surf and turf Sinigang Gumbo. Surf and turf Sinigang Gumbo. Right there in a bowl. And again, wish you could smell this, but I'm going in. That'll work right there. That smoke from that meat is intense. I might have smoked it too long. So, thanks y'all for watching. And if you've ever made sinigang before, leave me a message or leave me a comment. Let me know how you think of this Sinigang Gumbo, as I'm going to call it at the moment. Tell me what you think of that, and if you ever want to try something. But otherwise, thank y'all for watching.